I'm getting into today's video and I'm going to talk about, is the gym really worth it? Because to me, I think the gym is worth it. And I do understand that when it comes to the gym, you may go there with a smile on your face, but then when the discipline actually comes in, that smile, it goes away from your face. And how I'm going to begin this video is because, for example, when you go to the gym, it could be the first thing that you do, or it could be the last thing that you do. For example, when you go to the gym, you're investing in yourself. And the thing is, other people start to invest in you if you start to invest in yourself. You may realize that you had a fitness routine, but you didn't actually hit your fitness routine. And that's the same with me, because I feel like with my back workout today, I was kind of lacking. It's because I did do the reps, but the only thing was I couldn't really sit still, because as the weight started to increase, I realized that my reps were less. And that's one thing that you may realize by going to the gym. The more weight that you lift, you realize that you don't really do the reps that you thought you could. And that shouldn't discourage you. I don't know what's going on behind me, but try and focus. Yeah, it's because, for example, when you go to the gym, you need to realize that, for example, the more weight that you add to your exercises, you realize that you do less reps. It made me think that why didn't I actually hit this fitness goal of mine? But that's why, by going back to the gym, I know, for example, that I just need to work on that in particular. Whenever you set yourself a goal, it's like a rough idea of what you hope to achieve. It's good to ask people for help and to see how other people are doing things. Because even though you are watching my videos, I would rather you watch as many people as you can. Because for example, that what works for you does not work for every single person. What I can do going forward, because I realized the more weight that I added to my back workout, I realized that my form wasn't really as good. So what I can do better in the future is making sure that I focus on my form. It just means that I should do less reps so that I can have clean form. Because for me in particular, I would want to have clean form, and I want to actually feel like my muscles are being worked out. And maybe it's because my body isn't really used to it yet. So I need to not rush straight away, and I need to just see it through. But that's really the same thing for even you as well. Because, for example, you may want to lift the heaviest weight, and you may feel like that you achieve something really great whenever you lift something heavy. But at the same time, just by you actually attempting it, you realize that by you attempting it, you know what to do for next time. What I wanted to say, when it comes to going to the gym, you need to realize that it teaches you a valuable lesson. Because for example, when you go to the gym, you realize that you're pushing through pain. And the thing is, you're not just feeling pain, you're actually pushing through it. It's more rewarding when you go through the pain and then you're on the other side of it, seeing what you actually gained. It's not going your way and you seem to be going through pain. And you have to realize that that pain, it makes you more disciplined. Because the thing is, if everything was really handed to you, you will start taking things for granted. And that's what I wanted to say by doing this video now. Because today my back workout wasn't really the best. Because, for example, I increased the weight for the back workouts and really all my workouts today. Because today I worked on my back and my shoulders. I'm going to say this because my experience is not the same as yours. I want you to do this for yourself and to actually see the difference. And that's the thing, whenever you go through the pain, you forget about what you actually gain. And I'm going to say this because when you go to the gym, you realize that you start to want more out of life, and you start to see things through. You start to collaborate with other people. You're more likely to lead because you actually know how to do the exercise correctly, and you're showing people of how to actually do it. So that's why by me doing these videos, I just want to show you that the more times you're at the gym, you realize that other people are there to support you. Even people that hate on you as well, you have to realize that they are supporting you because they say you're not doing the exercise properly. You see that even people that do hate you, they do have a point sometimes. You shouldn't let negative moments stop you from going to the gym and to really focus on yourself. But at the same time, whether people support you or they don't, they normally give you feedback of how you can perform better. So that's why even when people say that I'm not doing the exercise properly, I realize that all I can do is just really try my best and even watch the videos back just to see how I can perform better. When you go to the gym, it teaches you to see things through, and it teaches you to learn from other people and to see things from other people's perspective. Because, for example, let's say you don't know how to do an exercise and someone else does, you realize that you can learn from someone else. When you go to the gym, it makes you more independent because you're focused on your own fitness goals, and not everyone has the same fitness goals. And for example, when you're at the gym, you're trying to surround yourself with like-minded people. And that's why I like going to the gym, and it's worth it because You have to think about it. It's an investment in yourself. The work that you put in, you're going to get that out as well. So the work that you put in, you realize that you're going to get that as a result. The most important thing is that the gym is like a non-negotiable. Like your health, your fitness, it's a non-negotiable. Even if you are preoccupied with like your relationship, with your career, and even if things are outside of your control, you have to realize that wherever you can, you just need to focus on your health. And going back to the video topic, like, is the gym worth it? I would say yes, because it makes you disciplined in all areas of your life. Another thing that I forgot to say, you know, when you go to the gym and you train intensely, like I did today, you realize that you start to know your limits. And that's what I'm going to say, because the gym is worth it. Because, you know, for example, when you go through something painful in real life, you realize that the painful moment, it doesn't last forever, but then you're happy again, and then you're like sad again. But then you realize, because it's like a cycle, sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad. And when you go to the gym, you know what to really expect. Because the thing is, you're going to go through pain. And by going through pain, I don't think the pain actually ends. And people choose to do that. That's the thing. People are choosing to go through those painful situations. And by avoiding pain, it just doesn't teach you of how to handle it. And on the other side of pain is what you really gain. And that's all I really wanted to say, because every time I go to the gym, I start to have energy. But then when I leave the gym, my energy goes down and my muscles do ache. And I seem to do better with my shoulder workouts. So yeah, I'm just going to like take note of that. And that's something that I need to do. So I'm going to focus on what I need to do. But at the same time, while you're watching this video, you need to focus on what you're going to do. So that's all I've got to say, and I'll see you in another video.